you describe a Rado customer? How would you define it?
Rado has a unique strength in terms of design language and material. India is a big watch market, China is a big watch market, US is a big watch market, of course also Europe. But the reason that India became for Rado the #1 market.
Thank you, Adrian, for joining us today on Lux Insider with Anita Khatri. I'm very, very glad, happy to have you here. One thing which is very, very important, that India has been a very important market for Rado.
And you took over in 2020.
And I do remember catching up somewhere that Mr. Hayek's brief to you that Rado is a very unique brand. And you coming with a motorcycling background, what did you find unique in this brand? What is so unique about Rado?
Okay, first of all, Anita, it's always a pleasure to talk with you, passionate lady. We are sharing the same pleasure to the watch industry. And indeed, I have started by Rado 2020, 5.5 years ago, but I'm already in the watch branch, in the Swatch Group, since 29 years.
Absolutely.
I have worked for different brands before. And when I took over this brand, Mr. Hayek clearly said to me, Rado has a unique strength in terms of design language and material. And this design language and this strength is really attracting a very large audience, and especially in India. And therefore, as soon as it was possible to travel to India, it was in 2022, I came to the country, and finally I have discovered really this great passion for Rado here in this country. Of course, Rado is a global brand present in all the continents in the world, but a market share which we have here in India, we have nowhere else. We are dominating more than 50% of the whole market in this price segment, and this is based on our important roots. We are present since over 70 years here in India, since the late 50s. And therefore we are strongly rooted, and we have of course also a team here in India which is capable to really transfer all the strengths of our products, of our message, of our DNA to the Indian customers. And thanks to this, we have every year more and more watch passionate people who are taking decision to wear a Rado in high-tech ceramic in this very particular unique design.
In fact, I wanted to ask you, what is it that you're wearing today on your wrist?
I'm very proud. Probably, Anita, you remember we have relaunched the Anatom 2024 in the beginning on the art fair in Delhi. And here today we are coming now with the Anatom skeletonized in plasma ceramic. What is unique at this timepiece, it's a square shape. And when you see very anatomic designs, it's like a second skin on the wrist. And what is specific through
It's very light as
very,
well.
very light. Yes, it's plasma high-tech ceramic. And we see through this sapphire glass also the skeletonized movement. You see the platines, you see the wheels,
Yes.
you see really deeply the heart of the mechanical movement.
That's right. That's right. Very lovely. It's really looking nice. I think India has become the largest market in the world for Rado, isn't it?
Yes, exactly.
How did you get that thing around? Because from 2020, it wasn't, I think it was only recent phenomena 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago, I'm not sure. But yes, it must be just recent phenomena that India is the largest market. How did you get that going?
Yeah. Of course, you have, a couple of big watch markets. India is a big watch market, China is a big watch market, US is a big watch market, of course, also Europe. But the reason that India became for Rado the #1 market is definitely our long-term roots and especially also the exceptional growth which we realized during the last years. We were really capable, our team here, to transfer all the advantages of our products and our brand to the end consumers in terms of unique design, also material advantages and value for money. And you know, the Indians, they are ready to spend money, but they are very reluctant. They want really value for money.
You're
And
so right. You're
yeah,
so right on
this I know. In the meantime, you know, we have Indians all over the world. I was a couple of times in India, and I know when they are spending money, they want to be sure that they are spending for a long-term consumption goods, and therefore we were capable to transfer this advantage which our products have, the different collections, to the customers, and especially also the fact that you have a very growing young customer base here. You know, the whole demographic structure is also very young oriented, and this is helping, of course, to create an over proportional growth here in India. And thanks to this reason, and of course also the right marketing activities, the link with superstars like Hrithik Roshan, Katrina Kaif, helped, of course, also to transfer the uniqueness and the excellency of our brand to a large public here in India.
But if you had to draw any similarity between craft of watchmaking or art of watchmaking and motorcycling, would there be any? If you had to draw parallels.
Basically, both fields are my great passion. When I was a young Adrian, I was passionate about bikes.
You're young even now.
Thank you, Anita. I was passionate about motorbikes because it's a big competition, a competition to make fast lap times, to finally to be faster than the competition on the track. And today it's also a competition, but it's a competition to gain the customer hearts. And in the luxury branch, this cannot be made by force. It must be made by charm and by competence. And therefore, in the end, when you want to gain the customer hearts, it's important that your whole team, the designers, the engineers, the watchmakers, they are putting all their competence in a basket in order to offer to the end consumers an endless beauty for which he is ready to say, yes, I'm ready to put this amount of money on the table in order to have for many years a great satisfaction on my unique high-tech ceramic timepiece. And this is a similarity, you know, at the time I have fighted for fast lap times, and now together with our team, we are flirting for the customer hearts.
Very interesting indeed. If you had to describe a Rado customer, how would you describe a Rado customer?
In terms of female and gents globally, we have the lucky situation that it's around 50-50. 50-50 globally, yes. In India, we have probably a little bit more.
Global, meaning I didn't get that.
Finally, globally, 50% of our customers are ladies and 50% are men.
50 women, okay.
Globally. Here in India, we have probably a little bit a higher share of gent customers.
Yes.
This we see a little bit less ladies, but due to the fact that we have a very nice also unisex collection, you know, products which are for both sizes, big lady watch or smaller gent watches, we have definitely also a growth in the lady segment. But the profile of the customers, I would say, it's a customer who is searching an individual product, an individual product, not a mainstream product which everybody has. Something unique. Different and unique in terms of design. So he's searching this iconic Rado design. On the other side, it's a person who wants to invest on long term. because on long term, that will
long term.
mean he
Okay.
buys something for him or for a third party person, but something which should be sustainable long term. That we see our customers are design oriented, they are, and of course also very value for money oriented.
Value for money. If you look at the customer today, we find globally there is more and more youth who's indulging in watches.
What?
Youth, younger
Yeah,
audience,
yeah.
young people
Yeah.
in the age of 20 and 35,
Yeah,
they are the ones who are indulging in watches. And you being master of material and having such heritage that you bring along, Rado, having rich history, not only in India but globally, of course, you are having heritage, right? How do you balance this to meet up with a new customer?
We see I have my kids are between 24 and 32. That would mean I'm very close to this generation.
Yes.
And I see also that they are like, they like really also nice watches, and the watch has a reason for them. And I believe that the young customers, they are, as I said already, more long-term oriented. They don't want to just buy a watch to look the time and maybe 6 months later to put it away and buy something else. To look the time, it's one reason, but on the other side, it's also a statement, a person statement, a person expression about how they are, a commitment to themselves, from themselves also to the others. And due to the fact that we have some very iconic designs who are coming from the past, vintage timepieces, it gives a lot of confidence that the product will remain relevant also for the future. But this vintage DNA is translated with a very, very modern technology. And when you see this high-tech ceramic timepiece, is the most modern technology from 2025 of the watch industry, and this linked with a very iconic design which is coming from the 80s. That you mean this combination, design DNA inspired from iconic product and competence translated with the most modern technology in watchmaking, this match, this is finally also fascinating the young customers.
Thank you so much, Adrian. That was beautifully expressed, and I
Anita?
understand where, and how Rado today has become, India has become the biggest market for Rado, because India is also having 50% of 1.5 billion people which are under the age of 30. I understand where the success comes.
Okay, and of course, one important reason about the success is when we have people like you, passionate editors, who are, of course, transporting this excellent message of Rado to the audience. In the end, it's our pleasure to transfer this excellency of Swiss watches to the Indian audience.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed as much as I've enjoyed interacting with Adrian today. Please do not forget to press the like button if you liked the video. And if you haven't subscribed the video, please press the subscribe button now. Thank you so much.